So we're at a point in our Lobo where we got the front suspension and the motor all bolted down. So we got our motor mounts all installed, everything's all torqued down. We got our reservoirs installed, front and rear. We haven't torqued the shocks down yet, we had to get new shock bolts. And then a little tip that I borrowed or stole from Contract Hunter back when he did his, I took a little piece of fuel line, cut that around the hose clamps to protect the frame. It looks pretty cool. It's something that I noticed that he did. So we're at a point now where we're ready to head over and work on our swing arm. So, we got our swing arm. We got it re-chromed. It had some pitting and some spots where this bike had sat for a long time that we got the swing arm off of. So we got this re-chromed. So in the process, we took the old bearings out, redid that. So we've got our new bearings in. Everything's all cleaned up and greased up. We're going to finish pressing this in so you guys can see that. I wanted to show you guys though, because we used a Pivot Works kit on this. So the Pivot Works come with these bearings right here. I don't know if you can see, it's just a single set right there, versus this is what the Lobos used to come with, which is an INA bearing. It's a German-made bearing, double row. This seemed like a much better bearing to me, so I actually found some of these, ordered them. This is what came out of the bike. So these are the Pivot Works ones, and I'm not actually even going to use those. So this is what I put back in there. So we got our all thread here with the bolt on each side. Our bushings are in place, so we can tighten those down. Go, you two. Okay, so keep tightening that up. So we're gonna get that snugged up. Okay, now let's loosen up so we can pull this out. So this is just a simple all thread bolt.
Oh, what the heck? Got loose so quick.
Yeah, loosen it up. So pull your end out. So we'll pull this end out. This is just something you can get at a simple hardware store. You just clamp it together and that drives the bearings in. When they re-chrome it, they say you want to take a Dremel tool, take a little bit of material out because the chrome kind of sticks. So this all came around because this is what happened to our bushing and our swing arm bolt, or our pivot pin and our swing arm bolt. It was completely frozen on. We actually had to cut this off of the bike. So here's all of our new pieces. Everything, like we said, is all greased up. Okay, let's get a rag, wipe the excess off. Okay, so the other option that we have on here is we got a new pivot bolt, because again the old one got cut off, and these things came with step out of the way please. They came with a little wheel here. Okay, guy on eBay actually sells these, so we like these a little bit better because it protects the front of the swing arm. So we're actually going to run that on ours. We'll go ahead and bolt that up. I'll have Sophia do that. We'll grab our ratchet with our Allen head that we talked about. Oh, actually, we got it already. Okay, so we'll get this guy all fitted up. All right, go ahead.
Wait, is it on?
So put a little bit of Loctite on there so we don't have to tighten it up too much. You get it on straight? You didn't get that on straight.
It's not.
Okay, so this is how kids learn. This is how dads go bald. It's fixing this kind of stuff. So grab that, please.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, go ahead and slide that guy on. They go on good? Okay.
Looks like it.
Okay, so we're all torqued down there. So we are ready to throw the swing arm on. So we're gonna head back over to the bike. Hope this thing slides right in without any of the bushers or anything coming off.
Oh,
Okay. Got the pivot bolt, sweetie?
where is it?
We just had it.
Oh yeah, from the workbench.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So we're working to get all this lined up. Grab me the orange mallet, please. All right, so we'll tapping that into place. I want it to go in from the other side. All right, so we're almost lined up here. All right, so throw that guy in.
Things to go down low. There we go. It's almost.
Make it happen, come on. Is it in or not?
Should be.
Okay. Go ahead. Hang on, let me get this straight. Okay, go ahead. Get out of the wiener. It's straight. Okay. All right, so, and then let's go grab the bolt for the nut. Okay, so we got our pivot bolt nut on.
This one?
That's for the rear shock, so grab all that stuff. That's what that washer came off of. Okay, washer on there. All right, so that fits perfectly up right there. Okay, slide this guy through. Grab another that other washer that you had.
I'm pretty sure I put it on.
Okay, we use our tool of love. Tap everything in place. Come out far enough yet?
No, not even close.
Okay, so grab me the 10mm Allen head and the ratchet, and we'll screw that in.
Yep.
So when you're working with stuff,
Where's
both,
what?
they're both over there, where they
Oh.
were,
Sorry.
or right there, either way. This is the fun, so part of the reason we're doing this project the way we are is I like doing this stuff, but I'm trying to pass on what little I know to my kids so that they can learn this stuff too. Because you talk to anyone that works in these industries and they all say the same thing. 20 years ago, I had kids all the time that would come work in my shop, and now when they talk about it, they can't find anyone that's this age that knows how to do anything. And I'm just trying to do something about that. So that's part of why this channel got started. Okay. So we'll go ahead and torque that off camera. So to recap what we did so far, so we got our, we put a gull wing swing arm. This bike actually came with a straight swing arm. We've had a gull wing swing arm right off another bike. We got our swing arm bearings all totally rebuilt, new bushings, all that. New pivot bolt. We just used one off of a 450. And then we got our shock and everything all bolted up here. So that's our rear suspension. Everything's all set up now. So thanks everybody.